Hello, it's Scott Manley here, and today we are going to be looking at Buzz Aldrin's Space Program Manager. Now, this is a remake of a very old game for the PC called Buzz Aldrin's Race into Space, which itself is a version of a board game called Liftoff. Now, the original board game, you had 4 players running a space program against each other with the ultimate goal of getting to the moon, killing as few people as possible along the way. The computerized version reduced this to 2 players. That was a USA versus Russia, or versus the Soviet Union. They had slightly different sets of technology. And this one, well, it appears right now there is a single player running against themselves, and the only threat is about losing your funding and your prestige and having no more money to run your space program. But, I mean, at this time it is very, very early. They just released it for early access, and I'm taking a look at an incomplete game because we have obviously a lot of people asking me about it at this time. This is the intro movie. We're seeing Explorer here. Now, the implication is that now that we have a space plane and Explorer satellite, we could do Project Mercury, of course. Project Mercury was the US's first manned launcher. It led to Gemini, then to Apollo, and the Apollo led to the moon, where Buzz Aldrin was, well, the second man on the moon, but he did not in fact drive around on a lunar rover. But maybe you can do that in this one. Maybe you can send the rover up in the first mission. So yes, Buzz Aldrin's Space Program Manager. The free version of Buzz Aldrin's Race into Space no longer uses Buzz Aldrin's name. Campaign mode is not available yet. Sandbox, you'll get a certain amount of funds and a target prestige to achieve during the first budget review, which takes place after the 12th season. You'll then decide which programs to open and how to manage your funds. Okay, well, let's try that. And I'm just going to go with normal because there's hard and there's Buzz Aldrin hard because, you know, he's probably a pretty awesome individual, I would say. The GSA has been established and its first director has been appointed. The director will be in charge of managing the agency's budget and taking mankind to new heights. Someone needs to do a graphics replacement for this with Kerbals. Welcome to Buzz Aldrin's Space Program Manager, the strategy game that puts you in the director's seat of a complete space program. The year is 1955. This sound barrier has been broken only a few years ago, and the first Earth-orbiting satellite has yet to be deployed. Several countries around the world have joined forces, and together they have established the GSA, the Global Space Agency. Your duties as director include opening programs, performing R&D on mission components, recruiting and managing personnel, and running space missions. The current screen is the Space Complex, and it is very complex, and it's the starting point for all management actions. Since the GSA has just been established, only a handful of buildings have been constructed. Press the magnifying glass icon in order to learn which building is which. Good God. The new budget per season during the next 4 years is 1,000. The minimum and maximum target prestige are 200 and 600 and will grant a budget of 1,500 and 2,500 per season respectively. Okay, so you have money coming in, you gotta make prestige before your budget review. If you don't, then you're out of the program. So, first thing I'm going to do is, this is the Science Center, and we have a few scientists here, and it just tells us all about it. So the scientists have skills in rockets versus space probes versus, you know, all these other things. I don't know what the star means. Advanced training doesn't exist yet, but I'm going to hire more personnel, and let's just hire 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, that should be enough. You know what, it's all about R&D early on, so let's hire a few people. I don't know if they're good or not. Yes, we have 5 more people. After undergoing basic training, they will be available. I can't send them to advanced training. Meanwhile, I should probably start manufacturing building things. We're going to build ourselves the mission control, because if we're going to launch any missions, we're going to need that. we don't need astronauts just yet, but we should probably start building the vehicle assembly building, since it'll take a couple of years to build. The only other thing is the museum. Who cares about that? The observatory is not available at this time. There's also this nice little bug button here that reminds you that it is an alpha. The headquarters is the place where you can open new Oh, I'm not gonna... No, wait. No, we don't need to upgrade just yet. So you can upgrade your buildings and make them more awesome. Now, unlike the original Race into Space, there is missions that can be sent all over the solar system, apparently. But right now, you start out with a few options here. So I'm going to start out with space planes. I'm going to build the experimental X-15 space plane. You can run multiple missions with this, and this will help. But to start with, you basically start the program. Yes, program is initiated. Now I can go to this and, oh look, there's Werner von Braun, and he says, I strongly suggest you spend more funds in R&D before attempting to launch this mission. I'm not even going to try and do a Werner von Braun accent. Werner von Braun! No, that would be terrible. Yeah, his family would sue me, right? So we're not going to schedule a mission just yet because the reliability is terrible, but I can go to R&D and it says reliability 0%. Missions basically fail or succeed on this reliability, so let's pick people that are good at crewed spacecraft. There's him. You know what? Just have anybody allocated to this. Him. Yeah, okay, there we go. So we have Richard Hathorn, Armida Leslie, Harland, Kirkland, Christian Bassani. And they're going to produce a 20% improvement in reliability, which means an 80% chance that it explodes as soon as it launches. Back to the space complex. Now, actually, simultaneously, I can start initiating, say, an explorer, right? We could open this. What it'll say, it'll cost us 555 megabucks. We have like tons of cash right now, so let's just start that. So this orbital satellite mission is, you can look at it and you can see what needs to happen. There's a number of steps. You test the reliability at each step, and if you fail, then bad things can happen. But I'm gonna assign some R&D people to this. Now, this one has two components to use. They have the Jupiter C and the Explorer 1. So I'm going to start researching the rocket, because he actually looks like he has some pretty good skill with rockets. I said, can we do that? Yes, there we go. Well, look, he's going to get a 20% improvement all on his Onio, because he's actually good at what he does. Great. So that's all I can do this season. Let's end the season. Yes, I'm going to end the current season. So all my hard working and research has improved my standards up to 22%, whereas this one has improved to 20%. That's pretty good work. But it will take many more seasons of hard research to make these missions launchable. Okay, now it says we have scientists that are ready to go. Evaluated against target goals, blah blah blah. Okay, next few years. Please visit the Public Affairs Office, and that's them here, and you've got this really, this public affairs person that doesn't look happy. Clearly we're not doing very well, or maybe they just picked a stock photo that didn't have her smiling. Number of seasons is I have 11 seasons left to make something before we get a budget review. So I should actually do something. Also, Astronaut Center we should probably build, because I think we might need an astronaut to fly the X-15. Okay, so we're just going to continue our research here. Now we've got space planes. I'm going to take the person that's rubbish and see if there's anyone better. There, look at that, you see? We can replace them with actual skilled staff. 67, 69, excellent. 17%. So we're going to improve their chances of surviving by 17%. I'm not going to schedule a mission just yet. Who else? We have the Earth orbiting satellite, Explorer 1. Now we have some spare people to work on it. We're going to throw some people on the satellite research. a couple of people here. 27%. 31. And these guys just gonna research rockets. They are 27%. 31%. You see, we're totally getting ourselves ready for a launch. And nothing more to do. End season. So obviously, if you have the original version of this, which is downloadable for free, then you have the news reports are a little more interesting. They have like videos of Russian newscasters, which are kind of funny. And of course, you can also play it 2-player. This is a single-player one. There is no news this season. What is that? Oh, that's a clock. That's what it is. I'm trying to figure out what that is. Oh, look, we can actually hire some employees now. Let's hire some. We need to look. Yeah, we need to hire a few people. Hire. I don't care. Yeah, let's hire 5 of them. We have tons of cash right now. Yes. They will undergo basic training, and they will learn their stuff. Meanwhile, let's see how the research is coming. You know what? I'm just gonna let the research go. End season. Hopefully, we'll get close to being able to launch. 47%. Now, we did not do quite so well. This one has reached 65% reliability and 51%. I don't think it's worth risking. REV, the radio signals emitting device, is a small module that is plugged into the scientific research satellite and sends out radio signals that are picked up from stations, evenly distributed around the surface of the Earth. Being able to communicate with an orbiting spacecraft is crucial in order to attempt more complex missions. This is the Jupiter C. This small-sized rocket, first gen, is a sounding rocket made of 3 stages. It's the rocket used in the proposals from the Earth Orbiting Satellite Program category. I see, and the X-15 is bigger than its box allows us. The experimental spaceplane is a rocket-powered aircraft capable of reaching the edge of space, which is defined to lie at an altitude of 100 kilometers. It can be used to perform research at high altitudes, and, using the data collected during its flights, provides the necessary information to design and build more sophisticated aircraft and spacecraft. A typical research flight involves the following 5 steps: launch from drop plane, burnout, re-entry, pull-out, and landing. Sounds all very exciting, which I will not get to experience because this is a strategy game. We have hired some controllers. And now we can actually hire some astronauts, I think, right? Abe Spurgeon, I like that name. Jin Stoke. Oh, yeah. Corinne Kovar. Yes, we have no gender bias in this game. Yeah, I got a couple of astronauts. I'm going to hire these guys. Because we'll probably need someone to sit in the X-15 and, scream as the engines light up. Earth orbiting satellites. How's Explorer 1 coming? These guys are continuing to work on it. 65%. I think we're getting ready to schedule a mission, but I'm not going to go for it just yet because I'm being extra careful. Experimental flight, 12% improvement is what we expect next time. And at this point, 47% is not good reliability, but it's a complex beast, this thing. So let's end the season and let it happen. Yes, 58%, 74%. Dare I launch this? 66. I think I'm gonna go for a launch. This is a terrible plan, but I think this is the time. We're gonna risk it. So we're gonna take Explorer, and I'm gonna select this mission configs list. Oh look, we have all these different things that will try and succeed. Basic satellite, radio signals, etc. Okay, let's schedule a mission. Assemble now. Okay, launch of a small satellite that carries a small number of instruments, temperature and acoustic sensors, a wire grid detector, and a device to detect cosmic rays. Scientists and engineers expect to obtain valuable data about outer space that will be directly applied in the development of more advanced spacecraft. Look, I don't know how those things go together. They're a bit, sure. Proceed. And so we're going to assign the best candidates to work on this. I don't know what this is. Who is it? Who's doing this? I don't care. We'll just keep the best person. And yeah, I don't want any of those people. This is my mission controller dude. Confirm! So it cost me 280 million. And I guess I just end the season and we watch what happens. So look, my X-15, 64% chance of not killing anyone involved. 75%, 75%. I don't think we're... At this point we start to hit diminishing returns. You can only go so far from R&D in the lab. You actually have to start flying test missions and having them explode. So we're going to find out how that works. So here we go. 75% reliability. We lose 215 prestige if this fails though. So it's a gamble, but it's a gamble in my favor. Here we go. So at each step along the way here, we basically check the reliability. And as things go down, we win or lose basically. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh my god! Don't explode! What's going on here? Did we get into orbit? Now the original version of this game had little movies which showed, were like archive footage of these things. And they would show the thing exploding or they would have a success. There we go. That looks kind of weird. But okay, do we get into space? And... is it transmitting? Is it transmitting? Hey, successful mission! 430 points. Excellent. So that should help us at least get some more money once we get to our budget review. Look, so we get these badges. We get radio signals from low Earth orbit, study the magnetic field, basic satellites. Awesome. Done. Okay, and because we successfully tested this thing, we get an improvement to its safety record, right? So we get improvements now only for flying them. R&D doesn't help. So look, we've got new astronauts, we've achieved orbit, we've reached maximum reliability, and so everyone that was researching that is now transferred off of it, and you can assign them to other things. And yeah, successful mission! And because we're successful there, we can now do lunar probes and sun probes. But well, let's take, what kind of sun probe can we do? Pioneer 6. It said no astronauts allowed. I'm not sure I want to do that one just yet. Can I find out what prestige it gets me or anything? Thor, I see, I need the Thor Able booster, which would require a lot of research. I think I might go back. What else? Back. Moon! Lunar probes, so I can look at these. Pioneer 4, again, info. That needs a Juno 2 booster, which again is not researched. I don't think the research I've already committed to on my existing rocket infrastructure will help me very much in these. Well, so much for that. Let's go back. Back. I'm going to continue with the program management. There should be, yeah, there's an extended mission, right? So what I should do is schedule that mission immediately, right? Assemble now. Start the assembly mission. And this means that this will actually run for a longer period. Okay, proceed. And so I'll assign the best people. Otelia Hillenbrand, Laura Gaccione, and Callie Jurt. I think these might all be girls, but they certainly don't look like that. You know, they were cut from a different stuff in that era. There are no more scheduled missions. Okay, so let's check the spaceplane research. So, flight oh, cancel. Can we improve on any of these? This guy's 69. 66. No, I'm going to keep him on it. 7% improvement, but I still don't think we're ready to launch. That would be hugely dangerous at this time. So I will open up another program that, yeah, I guess I'm gonna figure out what I can research here. What does this one need? That Saturn one? No. Biosatellite. Thor Able. We need the Thor Able for that. Thor Able. You know, I figure one of these is gonna need to be, we might as well start the biosatellite research. Open that program. Yes, I do. $868 million? Yes, sir. So I can start assigning research. The 30-day mission involves the launch of a biosatellite crewed by plants. Excellent. So Kerbals, right? Oh, insects and rodents attached to instrumentation devices capable of reporting their physiological reactions to a microgravity environment. Provides a stepping stone before attempting the launch of a biosatellite crewed by small mammals. So the booster is going to be used for a couple of missions here, so we should put our best people on it. There, and there. These guys are all actually, you know, they get stuff going on. Back to the space complex you go. And we're going to end our season. Okay, so what happens? We're up to 70. I think that's good. This is going to have a person on it. This one is up to... I don't know if we can fly this again, but we're gonna. And the Thor Able booster... What does it say about Thor Able? This small-size second gen is the rocket used in the Advanced Scientific Research Satellites and Earth Observation Satellite Program proposals. Okay, great. Launch the mission! And so you see we have the same number of steps. Once you start going out to the moon, for example, you have to deal with, like... translunar injection checks, and then you have to deal with, you know, orbit insertion, landing, and all of these things. They help with your ultimate reliability, but if they go wrong, then they hurt your reliability. Okay, go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Excellent. And seems to be doing fine. Looks good. A-okay. Don't explode. Okay, I'm thinking we're doing this just fine. This is what R&D does. It just gets you into orbit reliably. Of course, I should probably see what happens if I try to launch one immediately. Other than Werner von Braun looking very mad at me. Step name, Earth Orbit. Okay, so this will run for 3 seasons, and at the end I get all my prestige, assuming the thing doesn't fail. So you get reliability checks in future seasons. Okay, so what do we say? The biosatellite has been initiated, and we have some more search science employees available to us. And the Explorer mission is running. And you know what? Now what we're going to do, we're going to launch this space plane. Because you know what? We have to start testing this. Schedule a mission. You cannot schedule a mission since you won't have enough personnel. Oh, no! The mission's progress requires 3 flight controllers. The schedule ones require 0. This mission requires 4. Wait, what? The mission... Oh, wait, so I need... shoot. So I need 7 flight controllers, basically. Okay. Let's go and hire some more. Hire more personnel. So we have 1, 2... How many did I have? Of flight controllers, I have 5, so I need... Yeah, 2 more. That'll work. I don't know if these are any good. Hire! Yes, you can learn your stuff. Back to the space complex. Meanwhile... On the biosatellite, now we should have some spare personnel to start researching this. And these are my space probe team. They're ones that are actually better at space probes than the other ones. So we should be cool with that. End season. Another 4% improvement. And mission in progress. What happens? Explorer resume mission? I don't know, assign flight controllers, auto assign best candidate. What? Confirm? Isn't this ongoing? Why am I assigning people? Why are we... Wait, of course we've already done this. Resume mission. Okay. Oh, there it is. So it checks in orbit. That is bizarre. Okay, so we're checking in orbit for more things. So I guess we get to watch it fly around in space. And that sound in the background is my washing machine. It is not the warp drive of the Explorer heading off into space. That's just because my studio is right downstairs from the washing machine. Okay, well that at least managed to successfully complete its next day. We have new flight controllers, which means we should be able to actually fly this spaceplane at last. Go on, schedule a mission. Assemble now. The mission involves performance of a flight test procedure in this spaceplane in order to evaluate its flight characteristics. Excellent. Okay, we have all the pieces. Proceed. Assign best candidates. None of these guys look like Jebediah. I am not entirely comfortable with this. Oh, and auto assign best pilot. Riley Hartsock. He's okay. Sure, confirm. And it's going to cost us 143 million. And do we have anyone left to do research on anything? Buy a satellite. Buy a satellite. No, we have no one left. Okay. Done. Done. Back to the sit complex. I guess we just go end season. Yes. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we have to actually assign the best candidates and then confirm it. I think that's a bug that will be fixed. And we press play here to actually watch it fly by the camera one more time to the sound of my washing machine upstairs spinning its way through cleaning the clothes. 645 prestige. Man, I am someone with some awesome prestige there. Done. Now let's launch this one and hope it doesn't explode, because you know that's how we do things. So look, you see that we have a different path here. We're going to go up and we're going to go down, and then, you know, and a failure at different stages can sometimes be fixed by an astronaut that's good at what they're doing. Here we go. Cut her loose. Come on. There it goes. I like authentic voiceovers. Okay, let's light this candle and head skywards. Going up, up, up like a Jebediah Kerman would, heading towards the heavens at Mach 7 or something like that. Well, that looks rather successful. I think we'll come in for the landing. And wait, why is he landing with skids on a runway? I don't think the original X-15s actually landed on runways. It looked more like a desert floor or something. Well, you know, history be damned. Regardless, we have learned more about science, more about rockets. We'll improve everything. We'll continue in our research and whatever. So anyway, the game is Buzz Aldrin's Space Program Manager. It has just been released for early access for people like me who are space nerds. If you're interested in it, you're not sure whether you want to spend money on it, I would advise going and looking for Buzz Aldrin's Race into Space, which is available for free, although it is a 20-year-old game. The UI is clearly not as slick. It is a more complete game at this time than the Space Program Manager, although it is only concerned with going to the moon. It doesn't involve any of the other space program missions. It can also work in two-player mode, incidentally, if you want to have, you know, you versus the Russians or whatever. It's worth checking either way. But yeah, Buzz Aldrin's Space Program Manager, keep an eye on it. It will be getting better. It will probably also be getting released on Android and iOS devices, as I understand it, eventually. I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.